Hi, I am back. I know it's been a while since I've posted a video, but I am now, and I know you guys were asking how I've been doing, and I wanted to give you an update. I'm doing okay. I've got a lot of things that I'm trying to get under control as far as like vitamin deficiencies and some sleep issue that I got going on. So I'm really trying to do what I can to be as healthy as possible, and I'm eating very healthy for the most parts. And yeah, so I mean, I still have some issues with cortisol, and I think that does have to do with benzo withdrawal. I had a very bad wave, and I believe that it had to do with benzo withdrawal as well. It was probably like 2 weeks ago, and I had some really nasty stomach stuff going on. Like, it was debilitating. It just didn't feel right. Like, my stomach wasn't working right. But it wasn't like a stomach bug. It was just really strange. And then I couldn't sleep either. And my cortisol levels were just majorly off. So, yeah, I mean, I'm almost 2 years off as of January 2018. And so, yeah, it's surreal to me to think that it's been that long since I've been off benzos, because it was a huge part of my life going through withdrawal. And it's not something that goes away really easily. It's been difficult to do certain things since I was pretty much incapable of doing normal everyday tasks when I was in the middle of really bad withdrawal symptoms. And now it's like I've got to try to start relearning all these things that didn't come easy to me after I had gone through with this withdrawal period of just pure hell. And even like going outside and getting back into the habit of driving places. I think I've mentioned that before in my videos, but it's extremely scary to me still to drive a lot of times. And I'm pretty good for the most part, but I do feel like I get a lot of physical symptoms, and then that kind of amps up my anxiety. And so I do have a bit of a hard time with that. But however, I mean, these are things that I've got to start relearning. I've got to start doing. I need to get a job. I haven't had a job for 3 years now because I had to quit my job because of benzo withdrawal. And so getting back into that routine, I'm like thinking about it and saying, gosh, I've got to get up in the morning. I've got to go to work for 8 hours a day. You know, I've got to do all these things, you know, and because I'm going to have a job again. And so it's very hard for me to accept that concept because I've been out of work for so long and I've just been around the house. I haven't really done much with anybody. I never really went out with any friends too much. I mean, I've gone places in withdrawal, sure, but you know, it's always been with somebody else, and not going by myself and being independent as much. And I'm starting to do that now. And I'm really like fighting to get out of the house and to not just curl up in a ball and just stay in bed. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, I mean, I've just got, I've got so much living to do, and I'm not getting any younger, and I don't want to waste my life away, because a majority of the time I spent trying to get over this benzo withdrawal, and I want to start living now. So I think it's so important to try to face fears after this whole process is getting to be more manageable. And I didn't realize that for a very long time. I was afraid totally when any symptom would happen to me, and or anything in my body would feel different. I was just terrified. And so I'd say, no, I'm not going out today, or no, I'm not going to do this, or I would just make excuses. And now I'm finding that I would rather be out somewhere. I would rather be doing all these things. Like today, for example, I went shopping. So I dropped my kids off at my ex-husband's house, and it was like a 40-minute drive. And usually I could not do that by myself. I'd have to have somebody help me. But I did it. I did it all on my own today. And gosh, I hate getting emotional in these videos because I don't want to seem like I'm super emotional or anything, but you know, it meant a heck of a lot to me to be able to do that today. I was very proud of myself, ultimately. Yeah, I mean, it meant the world to me that I was showing that independence again, because I am typically a very independent woman. And I've got to tell you, it was so freeing. And so what I did was, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go out to this store. I'm going to go out to this store. You know, I'm just going to go out and I'm just going to enjoy being out. And that's what I did this afternoon. And I felt so good. I didn't give in to the fears that I typically do. And honestly, breaking out of that cycle of doing the same thing over and over again, you know, with just staying at home and playing it safe, and so you don't have to experience any stress. It's really not living. And I'm only saying this as far as me being well enough to go out and do these things. You know, if you're in the middle of withdrawal, I can completely understand if you can't do that, because I wouldn't have been able to either. But for me, and trying to get better in life and trying to, well, recover from this traumatic event that's happened, it's very important for me to continue to keep going out and doing all these things as much as possible. And sure, I'm going to have my days that I can't do anything. But as long as I push myself, everything will be okay. So that's where I'm at right now in my life. And I'm sharing you the complete, honest experience that I'm going through right now. And I just want everybody else to be able to understand that, yes, this is something hard to go through, but there is so much living we can do after it's over. And the storm will pass. The storm will pass. So guys, keep your heads up. Please message me on YouTube. Send me feedback and let me know what's going on with you guys. And you know, I read all of your comments. It may take me a little while, but I read all of your comments, and I appreciate so much your kind words for me and your support and everything. I mean, I never imagined how far this would have gone, this YouTube channel, and it has gone very far. And so thank you again for your support, and please give me a like or subscribe and keep following me, and I will continue to do these videos for you and continue to update you, and maybe do some special videos too with talking about some like coping skills for withdrawal. You know, just let me know what you would like to hear, and I'll try to put together something, because I have a lot of information that I can share that I think will be very helpful for you guys. So again, thank you and take care.